Hey folks, I wanted to show you another custom Lego vehicle design, but instead of showing you just one vehicle, I'm showing you three so that you can see a progression and actually how I got to the end result. So I started over here on the left, and that is not my design at all. That's the official taxi build that came from the official Lego train station from a few years back that I reviewed. It's just missing its stickers right now. So that was the starting point. That was in my city on a temporary basis, a temporary visa, and I wanted to get rid of it. I wanted to replace it with something. I decided not to go with a normal car style, but instead to go for more of the new New York taxi style and the Nissan NV 200. And I decided to forget about going 4-wide with it right from the start because I didn't think I'd be able to get the shape that I wanted out of a 4-wide design. So this is where I began, basically the front of this right here, just shaping it up, trying to get the shape that I wanted. And it was working pretty well, although I'm generally not very happy with the 6-wide style. Just for me, plenty of folks like the 6-wide style. That's great. It's much easier to build in 6-wide than 4-wide. Much easier, but it does not work for me. And I didn't end up finishing this one because it doesn't work for me. I tried my hardest to allow myself to accept this size, but it's just too big for the scale that I have set up for my stuff. Again, other folks can do whatever scale they like, but for me, the NV 200 is not a full-sized van. It's not a heavy van. It's not a delivery van. It's definitely not a big semi-truck, and this is the scale of one of those things, if not several of them, per what I've come up with for my city. So unfortunately, I had to abandon this before it was complete. It does have the short wheelbase. I think I like the front of it and the side. Overall shaping, the whole thing actually could have been one single plate less tall, so that was going to be the next thing that I would do, is just reduce the height of it. But I stopped. Showing you a little bit of kind of how the build process worked. I started from the front and then worked my way back, and didn't need a chassis at this point, an underlying frame for it, but gave up on that because it's just too big. And this is what I ended up with. 4-wide NV 200 that I'm actually very happy with. For its scale, man, it was a challenge, such a challenge to make this work and to fit two figures in there. Does not have opening doors because opening doors don't work for minifigures anyway. They can't fit through them anyway, unless you're at a much larger scale. So I didn't restrict myself to the extra restrictions and limitations that would be brought upon by using the actual opening door pieces. There's just not room for it here within this build. Everything is really compressed. Everything needs to be exactly how it is. Change one thing and everything will have to change. And unfortunately, figures don't fit in here 100% perfectly, as can be seen from the gap over on this side. I need to kind of massage the arms around inside of there to fix that a little bit, because the gap on this side is a little bit more obvious than on the other. This gap right here. But that's because of the minifigure arms and shoulders inside of there. The other side is working out better, so I think I can find a way to get that to work just a little bit better, make it a little bit more like this. But it's still a very tight squeeze. But I'm happy with this thing. I'm happy with the shaping. I'm happy with the proportions. I'm happy with the size. There's not much more that I could ask for at this scale. And the NV 200 really is more of a car than a van. It's a van shape, but it's not that large of a vehicle. If you just change the body on it while keeping the wheelbase and the interior dimensions pretty much, or interior proportions, front to back, side to side, the same, you could easily convert it into something that looks like a compact car even, or definitely not something fully full-sized. So this works for me, and this is what I wanted. The construction is very strange. The sides at the front and the roof line are all connected, so look at this. No studs attaching the front of this whatsoever to the base. It's all just attached to the fenders at the back, the tops of the fenders at the back, everything had to be very, very specific to fit it into this size and shape. But like I said, it works for me, and that's what's important for my city and my designs. So I will make, I think, one more of these. I definitely avoid making duplicates of anything in my city because it wastes space and keeps me from doing other things. Like if I were to make 4 of these and put them in my city, that's 4 spaces that will be taken up that cannot be taken up by other, custom builds. And I want to do a lot more different custom builds. So 2 of these will be the max for now. I'll do one more. I ordered up some more sticker sheets from Bricklink, as well as some additional parts for other stuff. That'll be coming in pretty soon, hopefully. But for now, it'll be just this one until that stuff comes in. And that's all I'd have to show you in this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.